This conference will now be recorded.
Anjan, please start the class.
Hello.
Hi, are you here? Okay, because I am not being able to hear. Why it's that?
Okay, fine. I just started now itself. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Mani. How are you? And
Praveen,
Praveen.
you are late today. Good. Thank you.
Yes, Pallavi and Shaligram and Prudvi.
Yeah.
Can able to hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
can hear.
Yes, I can
Good,
hear
good.
you.
Yes. Shaligram. Yesterday
Yes.
after this session, I told you right how to open the Jupyter from your computer. Yes. You should follow that particular instructions only every day. The reason is that your computer little bit different for others. Okay. So that
Okay.
you should follow that particular instructions. Okay.
All right.
So
Another new join is there. Another new join is there.
yeah. Prudvi and Praveen, those two are new people. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, you don't worry about yesterday's session. I can share you the recording, and moreover, I will try to take the one more session for you. What you missed it? You nothing else. You couldn't miss anything. Yesterday I just started recording about Python basic syntax. I just started the Python basic syntax from yesterday's session, and moreover, I just started installation of the Anaconda from your computer. Okay, that was very simple thing, and okay, you don't worry. Just try to understand for today concept. You don't need to do anything in your computer for today. Who are newcomers, but who are attending from the last class onwards, you should execute each and every step from your computer. Is it clear my point? Which means Mani, Praveen,
Yeah.
Mani, Pallavi, and Shaligram. You should execute. You should execute each. Is it clear or not?
Oh
Clear.
yeah, I have already opened and it's ready to execute mode.
Good. Yes, it's time to start. I want to open Jupyter Notebook from your computer, but Praveen and Prudvi, you don't have the Jupyter in your computer. You don't need to worry. You just try to understand how the Python is easy. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
See guys, I just want to open my Jupyter Notebook from my computer. If I open the Jupyter, it will be redirecting to the local host. So, and from the local host, it can access the all my C files. Okay. So from my C files, I just created the one specific folder. The name of the folder, which was the Pallavi Shaligram, and so yesterday I started. Yesterday only I started with you Python basic syntax, right? So from yesterday class, I explain you what is mean that syntax, what is mean that program, and what is mean that instructions, and what are the types of instructions we have it, and what is mean that keywords, what is mean that identifiers, what is mean that variables. These are the concepts I explained from from yesterday class. Okay. So today I would like to explain you Python data types and its built-in functions actually. Okay, so I just want to create the one new file. I can go with the new and click on the Python 2. If you click on the Python 2, which will be creating the new file. Okay, the name of the file I'm modifying to 002 Python data types and the built-in functions. Okay, today I would like to explaining that what are the data types are available in Python programming language and what are the basic built-in functions we should use for writing a simple programs. Okay, my first question is, what exactly data type? Can anyone tell me what is mean the data type? What is mean the data type?
Is the attribute of the data, it may be integer, float, string, etc. Attribute of the data.
Yes. Okay, what else? See guys,
Might be
variables are always the data or not? Variables,
storage area.
yes, variables are holding the data, right? So here the data types are used for to specify the what type of data, what type of data holded by variables. Okay, variables are holding the data, but data types are used for to show them what type of data which is holded it. Is it clear my point?
Yes.
Good. See, in case of Python programming language, there are two types of data types are there. How many?
2 types.
What are those? There are two types of data types are available. The first one is fundamental data type. Second one is sequential data type. Did you clear my point?
Yes.
There are two data types are there, fundamental and sequential. Coming to the fundamental data types, we have the 5 data types are there, which are, guys, please mute your systems, please. Please, please mute your systems, all of you. Yes, fine. Let me go for understanding the fundamental data type. Fundamental data type means a single variable can hold a single data element, that we are calling it a fundamental data type. So coming to the fundamental data type, we have the 5 data types are there. The first one is integer, second one is float, third one is bool, fourth one is none, and fifth one is complex. Okay, these are the 5 data types. We are calling it a fundamental data type. Why we are calling it these are the 5 data types are fundamental? The reason is that here a single variable which is holding the single data. Clear? For example, I can tell you, I have one particular variable which is the var and which is holding the 123, or else I have the a variable which can be holding the negative numbers, or else I have the another variable b which is holding the 0. That means any real number, if it is holding by the any single variable, that we are calling it say integer data. Okay, that we are calling it say integer data type. See guys, I want to know that what is the data type of it. If you want to know that, we have the a built-in function is there which is the type. Okay, This is the type which is used for to know the, if you want to know the data type, to know the data type of variable. For example, if you want to know the data type of the variable, then we can use the type function. Meanwhile, one more function is there, which is the id function. This will be used for to know the memory location. What is the use of these two functions? To know the memory locations. Here id is the function which can be used for to find out the memory location. Type is the function which will be used for to know the data type of the variable. Okay. Yes. See, let me go with the print the data type of the type of var. Okay. In the meanwhile, I want to print the data also. We can print the data with help of the variable name. If you want to be print the memory location, then simply print the var. Okay, id of var. Meanwhile, I want to print the data of a. I want to print the data type of a. I want to print the memory location of a. So that we can use print a, and we can able to print the data type of a, and we can able to print the a value, and I just want to be print the memory location of a. Okay. In the same way, I just want to be print the data type of the b, type of b. Next one is I just want to print the b value. I just want to be print the memory location of b value. So this is the program. What is the use of it? It's just for explaining the integer data. Is it clear, guys? Here 123, it is the integer data type. This is the 123 which is holding into 50106624 memory location. Here minus 123 negative numbers also, it is integer data, and this is 123 will be holding in 789642116 memory location. Here 0 is the integer data type which is holding in 50103600. Is it clear my point? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
clear.
Any more questions regarding about the integer data type?
Now we are good.
Can we execute the statements in your computers? Or else after the session is done, if you want to execute in your computer, we can do that. Or else while explanation of it, if you want to write it, we can write it. Can I go for next data type?
Yes.
Yes. Let me go with the next data type, which is a float data type. What is exactly a float data type? Float data type in the sense any decimal points. So we need to collect the decimal point, right? Real decimal points. Real decimal point numbers, we are calling it say float data. For example, 12 point something is there, then it's a float only. Okay. And I want to be hold the negative numbers, we can do that. Even if you want to be hold the 0, we should use the 0 point. This is the point is mandatory for any float data type. Okay. So this is indicating that this is the float data type. So we can run this one. You will be getting the float data or not. So here 12.5453 is the float data, and this is the memory location of it. This is minus 12.23213 is the float. This is the memory location of it, and 0.0 is the float, and the corresponding memory location is 789566656. This is about float data. Next one is we have the bool data type. Coming to the bool data type, if a variable which can be holding the capital T, small RUE, Careful, this is the name only we should use it for holding the true. For holding the false, we should use capital F, A, small a, L, S, E. Okay. For example, I have one particular variable which is holding the true. I want to know the data type of it. Then we can use the type of var, and I want to print the data. So print var, and I want to print the memory location, ID of var. Okay. Next one is b equal to, I want to be hold the false, and I just want to print the b value, or else I want to find the data type of b, and I want to print the b value, and I want to print the memory location of the b value. Then ID of b we can use it. Okay. If you run this one, you'll be getting the output or not. A true is the bool data type, and this is the memory location. False is the bool data type, and this is the memory location of it. Is it clear? This is the way a single variable can hold the single data. As of now, I explained the integer and float and bool, right? Careful observe here. This is the single data. This is also single data. This is also single data, right? Which is holding by the single variable. This is also holding by the single variable. This is also holding by the single variable only. Same way, this one also we can consider. Okay, here 12.5453 also single variable, which is holding single variable. Minus 12.23213 also is a single data, which is holding by the single variable. 0.0 also single variable, single data, which is holding by the single variable, right? Wherever it is single data versus single variable, that will be fundamental. Okay, if you want to be note down, we can note down, or else I can share with you, don't worry. Next one is none data type. This is very, very important, but there is no use of it. So none data type, which means a single variable which can be holding the none. None means there is no data. None means what? No data. Okay. So a single variable which just having the memory location. Within the memory location, I don't have any data. That particular data type we are calling it same none data type. Type of var, it will be none data type. I want to print the var, it can be holding the, it can be showing the none. I want to print the memory location, then ID of var. So which is having the memory location, which is having the data type, but within that one I don't have any data. Okay, this is about none data type. Next one is complex number. Complex means, Shaligram, are you following my points?
I am following, yeah.
Complex number means if a number which is having the real plus imaginary. Okay, so the real numbers we can have any data type, so we can mention with the name of x. Imaginary numbers we can mention with the name of the y, and any imaginary number, it must be having the j character as a prefix. Okay, so x plus yj format, if we have any data, that particular data we are calling it same complex data. Here x and y, it might be integer, it might be float. Okay, and it might be complex also, it doesn't matter. So for example, yes, I have the one variable var, and I want to be hold the 7 plus 4j. Careful observe here. Here 7 is the real number and 4 is the imaginary number. Why the 4 is the imaginary number? Which is having the j character, so that 4 is the imaginary number. So I want to print the data type of it, then we can able to go for type of var. Okay, and I want to print the data also. I just want to print the memory location. We can go with the ID of var. So if you write this particular program, we can just run it. You'll be getting the complex number or not. So x plus yj format, if anything will be there, that we are calling it a complex number. This is the single data. Okay, this is a single variable, so that we are calling it a complex data type. See guys,
Excuse me, 4j imaginary number, it can generate random, you mean to say here.
sorry,
You have given 4j, 7 is a real number, okay, absolute,
yeah,
and trailing by j. So
yes,
any number trailing by j is imaginary number.
yes, exactly. J is giving that.
That j is a random number, is it?
Sorry.
Now 4j you are joining, value of 4j will be a random number, is it?
Random means any number we can give it, but J is
No,
mandatory.
7 okay, 7 okay, 7 plus 4j value, whatever it is adding to 7, that 4j adding any random number adding to 7.
So 7 plus here 56 I am adding. Okay.
Okay.
Any number we can provide. Any number we can provide, but it must be having the J, that indicating that it's imaginary number.
Got it. Okay. Anyway.
Any random number, any random number, any random
Yes.
number. Any random number, it's having the J character, then it's the complex number. Okay.
Okay.
So this is about fundamental data types. This is about what? Fundamental data types. Next one is complex numbers. Oh, sorry. This is about fundamental data types. Now let me go with understanding the sequential data types. Sequential data type. Coming to the sequential data type. So here the definition of the sequential data type is, so one thing actually, Praveen and Prithvi, are you following my points?
Yes, we following.
What about Praveen?
Yeah, I'm following.
If you have any question, you can let me know. You don't worry, even if you not understand, I can share with you, or else I can take the another sessions, guys. Okay? Yes. A single variable can hold multiple data elements. So that we are calling it a sequential data type. Previously single data, right? Single data, single variable. But now single variable can hold the multiple data elements. Multiple data elements. That we are calling it a sequential data type. Here I have the totally 5 sequential data types are available. The first one is string data type. Second one is listed data type. Third one is tuple data type. Fourth one is set data type. Fifth one is dictionary data type. Okay. So same like fundamental data types, we have the totally 5 data types we have it. The first one is string data type. Second one is listed data type. Third one is tuple data type. Fourth one is set data type. Fifth one is dictionary data type. So coming to the string data type, here each and every data type which having its own representation. If you want to be representing the string data, we have to use the double quotes. Within the double quotes only, we have to hold the data. For example, if you want to be hold the list data, then we have to hold inside of the double square brackets, 2 square brackets. If we want to be hold the multiple data elements as a tuple, then we can use the parenthesis. Here, if you want to be hold the set data elements, we can use the curly braces. Even if you want to be representing the dictionary data type, we can use the curly braces. We have a small difference will be there in set and dictionary. I can show you, you don't worry about it. See here, my point is that each and every data type its own representation. Within the double quotes, we can hold multiple characters that we are calling it a string. We are holding multiple elements within the square brackets that we are calling it a list. Multiple data elements we are holding inside of the parenthesis that we are calling it a tuple. Multiple elements you can hold inside of the curly braces that might be called set. Within the multiple elements within the curly braces, if you hold the multiple elements, then we can use the we can call the dictionary. Okay, like that we have the 5 data types are there. Each and every data type its own representation is available. Okay, is it clear my point?
Good.
Let me go with understanding the string data. See, for example, within the double quotes, I can hold the group of characters. For example, Python program. So group of characters we are holding inside of double quotes, right? This kind of data type we are calling it say string data. What we are calling it? It's a string data. I want to know the memory location, then we can use the idea of var. We just run it. It is showing the string data or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Within the curly braces, we can hold the integers, we can hold the float data, we can hold the boolean data, we can hold the none data, we can hold the complex data. You can hold any data within the curly braces, sorry, within the square brackets, that we are calling it say list data type. What it is? What it is?
List data type.
Mhm.
What is mean that list data type?
Multiple data types hold.
We can hold the multiple data types inside of the curly braces.
Square
Sorry,
bracket.
inside of the square brackets. Square brackets. Inside of the parenthesis, if you hold the multiple data elements, that we are calling it a tuple data type. Previous one is the list data type, present one is tuple data type. Next one is if you hold the multiple data elements inside of the curly braces, that we are calling it say set data type. Okay. Hello guys.
Yeah.
I want to know whether you understanding or not.
They are good.
I am good.
Good.
What is mean that string data type? Shaligram?
Well, string data type is something that can hold multiple data.
Only
Where we can
characters.
store multiple data. See guys, be clear my points. Just 1 minute, guys. Okay. Okay. I hope you, if you not understand, try to understand each and every data type. This is very, very important, the data types. Okay. So string data type means collection of characters. Okay. Collection of characters within the double quotes. Where we have to hold it.
Double quotes. Mhm.
Yes. Coming to the list data type, collection of dissimilar data type elements within where? Within square brackets. That we are calling it's a list data type. Coming to the tuple data type, collection of dissimilar data types within the parenthesis. Coming to the curly brace, coming to the set data type, collection of dissimilar data type elements within the curly braces, that we are calling it a set data type. Okay, but coming to the dictionary data type, collection of dissimilar data type, not elements, it's a items. Okay, your item is, it's a combination of the key and value. Here the key and values are separated with a colon symbol. Okay, you got it my point?
Clear.
So for example, I have the one particular variable, I may hold the dissimilar items here. Item means it's a key and value. For example, this will be key 1. Okay, this will be key 1, and the corresponding value is, this is the value 1. We can use any value, but for understanding I am writing in such a way. Okay, for example, key 2, so we can write the second item which is having the key 2, and the corresponding value is, it's a value 2. Okay, so within the key 1 and within the value 1, we can use any data type. This kind of format, if we have any data, that particular data type, we are calling it say dictionary data type. Okay, dictionary data type. So I can give a small example for more understanding the dictionary data type. I just want to be create the one employee dictionary. Okay, I just want to be create the one employee dictionary. So the employee dictionary which is having the employee ID and the corresponding name here. Okay, so I just want to be create one name of employee. This is my employee dictionary, the dictionary which contains the employee ID. So for example, the ID number is SS01. This is my ID of the employee, and the name of employee is, for example, Anjan Kumar. Okay, next one is, we can have the second ID which is SS05, and name of the employee, for example, Praveen. Okay, and for example, SS04, and the name of the employee, for example, Prudvi. Okay, and the next one is name of the employee, SS02, the employee name is, for example, Money. Okay, and next SS06, employee name is Shaligram. Okay, next I want to be create the one more employee ID. This is 007, and employee's name is Pallavi. Okay, this is the way I just create the one employee dictionary. If you want to print it, we can print it. If you want to know the what is the data type of it, absolutely the name of if you want to print the employee data, we should give the only name of the variable. Whatever the name you given, that name only we should use it. And I want to print the what is the data type of it, then simply we can use type of employee. Okay, and if you want to print the memory location, ID of employee. Okay, we just run this one. You are getting the output or not? 006 is the Shaligram, 007 is a Pallavi, and 004 it's a Prudvi, SS05 it's a Praveen, SS02 it's a Mani, SS01 it's Anjan Kumar. Okay, this is the way we can able to hold the employee details or student details, or we can create any records. If you want to be create these some proper records, we can use the dictionary data type. Is it clear my point? Any more questions are there regarding about data types concepts?
Difference between list and tuple, what then?
Yes, good question. I can tell you that point in later on sessions, but for your
Okay.
understanding, I can tell you right now itself. Okay, actually we have the sessions are there. String data
Okay,
type 1 hour session is there, and list data type 1 hour session is there. Tuple data type 1 hour session is there. Set data type 1 hour session, and dictionary is 1 hour session. For understanding only these data types, we should take
Yeah.
the 5 hours extra. But this time, for your question, I need to justify you. That's the reason I can just show you the difference between the list and tuple. Okay, for example, I have the one particular variable, the variable which is having the 12 and 89 and 45. Okay, I just print the name of the variable where, so I don't need this 89. I want to be modify this 89 by 100. So the 89 location is, this will be the 0 location, this will be the 1 location. If we give var of 1, we can able to access the 89. In the place of 89, we are going to be modifying as the 100. Okay,
Okay.
then we can able to print this particular data. This is the list. This is the actually list data type. Did you modify it or not?
Yes, yes.
But in case of the tuple data type, we can't be modify the existing data. If you fix the
Okay.
data, we can't do anything actually. You will
Got
be
it.
getting error. Okay.
Got it.
Simply what I can say that list is mutable. Okay. Tuple is immutable. That's it. Immutable in the sense we can't modify. Okay. Is it clear?
Clear.
This is a small difference between the list and tuple for your question. Okay. So we have a lot many differences are there. I can show you practically. This time it's not possible. As of now, I just explain only data types. Now I can able to introduce you 1 or 2 functions for more understanding purpose.
Okay, good.
Now we can go with one more built-in function actually. That one is raw input function. This is the raw input function which is used for to read the data. What is the use of it? To read the data from keyboard. From the keyboard, if you have the data, that particular data, if you want to be read it, after you reading, if you want to be hold the data into the memory location, then we can use the raw input function. For example, I have the one variable, I just want to be read the integer data. What I want to read it? I want to be read the integer data, that we can specify what you want to be read it. Enter into data only. Whatever you are typing inside of the parenthesis, that it can be displayed as message format until you are entering some data. It won't be go for next statement. After you enter the that, you can print the data. After you print the data, I just want to print the memory location. Okay, just run this particular program. If you run this particular program, I just want to enter the integer data. I entered the 789, which can be showing the string data type. Carefully observe here. Actually, I entered the integer data, but I got the data type is string data type. Okay, same program I can execute, but instead of reading the integer, I want to be read the float for checking the what was the difference between the previous and this one. For example, I would like to go with entering the float data 78 point something else. Actually, this is a float data, but it will be showing the string data type. Okay, next one is we can able to read the complex data. If you want to be read the complex data, you should go with X plus YJ format. For example, I am entering the 45 plus 6J. This is complex number. Even if I enter the complex number, this will be string data type. Okay. For understanding these three examples, what you should understand? Mani, tell me. Mani, you should unmute your system for giving answer for that question.
Yes. Yes. What is the question?
My question is, from the 15th, 16th, 17th programs, what do you understand about raw input function?
First one, you are entering integer data, right?
Yeah.
But output we are getting string type.
Okay.
Second
Okay.
one, you are entering float data, but output here also output getting string.
Okay.
But you are entering complex data,
Okay.
but output going string.
You enter the string data type only, right? So what
why?
was the conclusion of about this particular raw input function?
Means whatever data type you input, it will always give the data type string.
That absolutely correct. Good observation, Mani. And the conclusion of the raw input function, you can enter any data type element. The default data type will be string data type.
Yeah.
Okay. To overcome this particular problem, we have the another input function is there. The name of it is input only. This is also used for to read the data only. What is the purpose? To read the data from keyboard. From the keyboard, if you want to read it, we can use the input function. Now what I can do that, I want to read the integer data with help of the input function. So I just run this particular program. Here I'm using the input function. Here also it is asking that enter integer. I entered the 789, but it will be giving the integer data only. Okay. For example, I just want to read the float data. If you want to read the float data, we should go with enter the float data. So for example, 78 plus 78 point something else. This will be float data or not? Yes, this will be float data type only. Next one is I can enter the complex number. I can enter the complex number. If I enter the complex number x plus 5j, this will be complex number or not? Yes.
Yes,
See,
clear.
yeah, what? Now what you understand about input function? Input function will
is the correct data.
Yes, you can enter any data type. The resultant data type will be corresponding data type only. Okay. So here I can give you some assignments. The assignment is read bool with the input as well as raw input. We should read the bool data with input function as well as raw input function and show me the data type. Show the data type. Is it clear? And meanwhile, we just go through, enter the not only bool data, we need to enter the none data, and we need to go with the string data also. We need to go with the list data also. You know what is how to read the list also, you know that, right? Within the square brackets we have to provide. If you want to be enter the tuple data, we have to use the parenthesis. If you want to be read the set data, we can use the curly braces. If you want to be read the dictionary data, we can use the dictionary data type. Totally we should write the totally 10 program 4 plus 7 programs. You should do that. From the 7 programs which is having the input function as well as which is having the raw input function, we need to show them data type only. Okay, is it clear or not?
Yeah, clear.
This is the your assignment. This assignment we should do, and you should have to submit it. See guys, whatever I explained for today's session, I can able to upload into your repository. It will be better to access the code from your end, from the GitHub itself. Okay, we can execute as how I was executed, in same way you should also execute. Okay, so here we have the one repository. Yesterday only we created, right? Anjan 111. And what is the name of it? Is the name of the Pallavi, right? Hello Pallavi, can you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did you follow the today class?
Yes.
Prudvi?
But I have some questions.
Yes, you don't need to worry. You just try to understood what I was explaining as of now. I can start from the first class onwards. You don't worry. But understanding purpose, you just listen this session actually. Yes, I uploaded. Every class I can upload into the repository. That repository which having the everyday notes and programs, examples and assignments, everything. Okay, we just click on this one. You can get the today's class documents. Whatever I was explaining in my computer, the document you will be getting from here. Okay, we can copy and we can paste in your computer, or else we can try to execute your own way. Clear? And the last one is it's your assignment. This is we have to do that. Okay guys, this is about for today's session, and
Okay,
by
thank
tomorrow we have to go with understanding the operators class.
Okay.
If you have any question, you can ask me clarify your doubts.
I have 2-3 questions, but can I ask after the class because it is not related to the class?
Okay.
Anjan, I have a class because since the very beginning I said I am not from the computer science background, and
Yeah.
those signs you have written, you wrote so fast, right? Less than, more than, like this bracket, this curly bracket, and this big bracket, and all those things. There is no foundation was instilled at the beginning, and no introduction was given, and then you just started using it, all of a sudden introduced it, and it's very confusing. And here in data science, you give an excellent presentation. The quality is like it's a great. I mean, it's a very applaudable. But the thing is, in every data types, you say for example, everyone has a clause like var, a, b, float, whatever it is, the sections, and every data type have that. So I think it needs more simpler explanation and taking a little bit of a pause. You went really fast because within 1 hour you have to finish. Maybe there was a time thing, but it should be a little slower. Yeah, I can rewind this thing. I can go to repository and see it. I
Yes,
can get a
yes,
video of this everything, but it should be. I think I could learn it in one go if it was not too fast. That's why
yes.
maybe my colleagues here, friends here, maybe have some kind of a computer background or already done some kind of a Python training, and they can
Yeah,
easily.
Shaligram, let me give 1 minute, please. So
Uh-huh.
I decided that for you, I want to take the separate session, Shaligram. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of adding to the batch, because of the money and Pallavi and the Praveen and Prithvi, this is the things are very basics. See, I said we have the data types. Okay, each and
Mm-hmm.
every data type. I just explain only representation for understanding. I just give an example. Okay, I think this is very basics for the computer programming, but for your understanding, I have to go with non-technically. I mean, for your understanding, I have to go with non-subject. Okay, so that I want to take the session for you separately. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so from tomorrow onwards I have to take the one more session for you after this session is over. Okay, you are the separate batch from tomorrow onwards. Okay, I can take you separately and we can go very slow as per your requirement. Clear?
Okay.
Yes. So I'm not adding to this batch from tomorrow onwards. For you, I can take you separate sessions. Okay, because of understanding is very important, and moreover my explanation, it was my point of view. It's okay, it's a little bit fast, but thing is that it will be very easy. They can easily grasp. Actually, for your grasping little bit low because of your non-technical and you're from other even not in technical also. It was very general. Even you're not software engineers or you're not in the programmer, you're not in even you're not doing any job in computer side. Okay, so that it will little bit confused for you. Don't worry, I can take this appreciation for you. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So what about Mani, Pallavi and Praveen and Prithvi? Do you have any questions for today's session?
Yeah, I have a question I told you, but can I discuss it after this class? Because it's
Yes,
not
if it's
related to the.
related to today concept, you can discuss about it. If it is not related to today's subject, we can discuss later. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What about Mani?
Good,
Hello.
good, it's good.
Okay. Prithvi and Praveen.
Yeah, I think I've got more topics, and then I didn't know that we'll have separate sessions and for each of the data types. And again, I was asking
Yes.
bit
Prithvi and
faster.
Praveen. Yes. Prithvi and Praveen. Yes. Prithvi and Praveen. I can take the I have to talk with you separately because of this is your first class, and I know you might be confused a little bit. Okay, don't worry, I can talk with you separately. Okay,
Yeah.
even today topic also you don't worry. Even if you not understand, I can start from the basic onwards. What I was completed as of now to the this batch. I can explain one more time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Prithvi and Praveen, we will meet again. Bye. Take care.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Bye, Mani. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Pallavi, tell me.
Yeah. Yesterday.